Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. Happy Easter, happy Passover for all of you that are celebrating. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Welcome back to another Tesla weekly recap video. We do this on a weekly basis every Saturday. So if you're new here, maybe subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate it. Now in this video, we're going to talk about, we'll go over record months in Europe when it comes to sales for Tesla. Some news with regards to the proxy filing, master plan part 3, and then more numbers, more news with regards to Tesla in different markets, in China, and just price reduction as well. And why, again, this is a good move by Tesla right now. We'll explain everything in this video. Now, some announcement from my part. I launched a Shopify store, by the way, with some merch that you can find. Some of it will pop up here on the screen. I'm running a promotion from Friday. So some of you that watched yesterday's video maybe saw this. Friday until Monday, new customers get 10% off. It's also free shipping in the United States and in select countries in Europe. So if you like what you see and if you want to see other things, do leave your suggestions down in the comments below. New things will pop up every month. So if you want to support me, that's one way to do that. Of course, not necessary, but if you want, hey, it's up there and take advantage of that promotion. So first things first is obviously the weekly insured numbers in China. So as always, Moneyball here with the goods. Tesla made in China 27 March until 2nd of April insured units. So Model 3 is up 12% week over week to 3,545. Model Y down 15.7% week over week to 10,730. We know that usually at the end of the quarters, the numbers do come down. So this is already now 2 weeks in a row that the numbers are down, which again, we know why this happens, even though with the price reductions, maybe some people might say, maybe we shouldn't be seeing such a big hit, but hey, we'll have to hear more during the earnings report. Now, with regards to Tesla wholesale, so for March, those were 88,869. And as always, the ranking stays the same here as for wholesale in March. Number 1, BYD, number 2, Tesla, number 3, GAC, Ion. BYD actually closed the quarter, the last 2 weeks, a bit better than the previous weeks, but still overall, they are down. Up next, and that's the Proxy report. So, Hiromichi Mizuno, a Class 1 director, will not stand for re-election for the board when his current term ends at the 2023 annual meeting, which, by the way, you can still try and get some tickets there. We'll talk about this later, and link will be down in the description as well. Accordingly, the board has nominated JB Straubel to succeed Mr. Mizuno as a Class 1 director. Mr. Straubel joined Tesla in 2004 and spent 14 years as our Chief Technology Officer, where he played a key role in our battery cell design and engineering and production. Mr. Straubel also led the construction and concept of Gigafactory Nevada and the production ramp of our Model 3. After his departure from Tesla in 2019, Mr. Straubel founded Redwood Materials, which is dedicated to building a circular supply chain to power a sustainable world and accelerate the reduction of fossil fuels. We believe that Mr. Straubel's extensive operational experience in senior leadership at the company, combined with his engineering expertise and passion for clean tech, will make him an important asset in our mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. To be honest, it's the man for the job, right? The man for the position. If you have any shares, in my opinion, vote yes, because there's no better man than this guy. Then here we can now see that Tom Zhu has been promoted, and his position right now is Senior Vice President of Automotive. And last thing here I want to touch on is pledging of shares. So in order to mitigate the risk of forced sales of pledged shares, the board has a policy that limits pledging of Tesla stock by our directors and executive officers. Pursuant to this policy, directors and executive officers may pledge their stock, exclusive of options, warrants, restricted stock, units, or other rights to purchase stock, as collateral for loans and investment, provided that the maximum aggregate loan or investment amount collateralized by such pledged stock does not exceed 1. With respect to our CEO, the lesser of $3.5 billion or 25% of the total value of the pledged stock, or 2, with respect to our directors and officers other than our CEO, 15% of the total value of the pledged stock. This is basically now trying to protect the stock in case Elon Musk does what he has done in the last couple of years. Now, before we continue, if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. So, up next, price reductions. So, Tesla has officially launched a new lower priced Model Y all-wheel drive variant in the United States on their online configurator for just under $50,000. And the prices for the long range and performance were also reduced by around $2,000. Then, when it comes to the Model X and S, the prices have been reduced by around 5%. And then when it comes to the rear-wheel drive and performance Model 3 in the US, the prices have been reduced by around $8,000 each. And as Sawyer says here, with this price drop until April 17, you can get a new Model 3 rear-wheel drive in Oregon for as low as $25,490, included Fed, state, and local incentives. With the Fed incentive drops and state incentives goes away later this month, the price will effectually be $36,000 on May 1st. So if you're one of those that are looking to buy or take delivery, take that delivery pretty quick. And Tesla has also updated the Model 3 rear-wheel drive configuration on the page and basically says this: new Model 3 and Model Y vehicles qualify for a federal tax credit for eligible buyers. Based on new IRS guidance, the $7,500 credit will be reduced for Model 3 rear-wheel drive on April 18 to $3,750. We also got a little update from Tesla Megapack here on Twitter. You can go watch this on YouTube, but basically this deal, this partnership is generating enough solar energy to renewable power 100,000 homes a year. This deal is huge, and this is just one deal of many. I do think that energy will have its effect on this year's earnings. Now, before I continue and touch on the price cuts, 2023 annual shareholder meeting, Tuesday, May 16, 2023, 3 p.m. Central Time. Sign up for a chance to attend in person. So if you want to attend, sign up. Link will be down in the description below, and who knows, maybe you might go there. Now, with regards to the price cuts, of course, there is some talks out there. Why reduce the price? Why not just maybe advertise, right? $50 million in advertisement barely will make any dent in OPEX. While this might be true, what's the point of advertising a product that is anyways too expensive for most Americans in this case to buy? What's the point? The point here is to reduce the prices so that more people will be able to afford the car. That's one thing. Secondly, you're breaking the market, right? You're putting pressure on the competition since their margins are extremely slim. By the way, we don't know. We don't know how big of a hit Tesla's margins have taken this quarter. Maybe the success of the energy side might compensate the hit that they're taking on the automotive side. Remains to be seen. Could be, we see Q1, margins have taken a big hit. Could be, is a very, very realistic scenario. But right now, I think we're in the taking market share type of game. If we are going into a recession type of environment, then of course the car industry, the car market will not grow that much, if any. So why not reduce your prices right now, take even more market share, make your cars affordable, and then when things get a bit rosier, you can always increase your prices, but at least you caught some people buying your Tesla, and then you can sell them maybe software later on. I think that's much better than spending $50 million on advertisement. Makes no sense. Moving on. Apparently, Tesla tripled Austin workforce to more than 12,000 last year. Talking about ramping up. And apparently Tesla also said that it has already invested $5.81 billion in the 2,500-acre site. Tesla is also now moving into the second phase of the solar roof installation, and that the project will be able to generate 27 megawatts of power, according to Bloomberg. Now, moving on to Europe, or in this case, the UK. So Tesla Model Y was the best-selling car in the UK in March. Best-selling car, not just EV. So if we scroll down, according to new data published by the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders on Wednesday, March was the biggest month ever for battery electric vehicle, or BEV, with 46,626 new registrations, giving BEVs a 16.2% market share in the UK. Leading the way was the Tesla Model Y, accumulating 8,123 registrations last month. That was enough to make it not only the best-selling BEV and only BEV in the top 10, but also the best-selling car. So imagine what it will happen when the price of a Model Y gets cheaper. If right now, in my opinion, it's still expensive. If right now it is already the best-selling car in March in the UK. Imagine what happens when you reduce those prices, not just for the Model Y, but for Model 3, Model X, Model S. By the way, Tesla is just offering 4 models right now. If we take away the Tesla Semi and the eventual Cybertruck, it makes sense to reduce the prices today. Then moving on to Scandinavia, in this case Sweden, Tesla Model Y became Sweden's best-selling car in Q1 2023. As you can see here, we actually have 2 Tesla models. Tesla Model Y, 3,610, and then spot number 5, Tesla Model 3, just over 1,000. Moving on to one of their close neighbors, Tesla Model Y in March became Denmark's best-selling car of any month ever. So according here to Matthias Funds, with an impressive 3,203 units sold, Model Y was the number 1 best-selling car in Denmark in March regardless of powertrain. It is noteworthy that this was the country's record for registered cars in any month ever. The previous record was held by Ford Kuga, which registered 1,688 vehicles in 2020, so basically double. And of course, Roland here delivering the goods yet again. And if you're on Twitter and you're not following him, what are you doing? Follow Piloli at Piloli. So, Tesla sales in Europe per month and year. So 2023, you can clearly see already what happens in 2023 in Europe as Berlin ramps up even more. Now look at April and May, even June and July and August. The next couple of months will be crazy. Of course, the comparisons here are not really comparable, but it will be fun to see those huge year-over-year growth numbers. Then when it comes to Tesla Master Plan Part 3, of course, the document is 41 pages long, so there's a lot to discuss, but Farza did a great job. I believe Stephen Mark Ryan did a good job as well. Tesla Daily, as always, but a lot of people want to focus just on this chart right here, or this page. So this is where you can see the vehicle types: compact, mid-size, commercial, bus, large van, etc., etc. And yes, in 3 types here, there is TBD. So compact, okay, this we know this is already coming, right? We know that this is going to come. Then commercial passenger van, TBD also was under the hood, which you can see in the next page right here, 300 million for this segment and 700 million for the compact car. By the way, remember those numbers. Then when you go to bus, also TBD. Now, in my opinion, TBD does not mean that Tesla is working on it. No, it means that maybe in the future that might be something that they will be working on it. And again, makes sense. If they do solve FSD, so robotaxi buses, it makes sense. And it's not that big of a deal, right? Vehicle sales 1 million, global fleet 5 million. Now, compact car 686 million, global fleet. If you scroll down, you can see 700 million, matches this perfectly. Next to it, 300 million, probably a van here. So 300 million, what is that? Commercial passenger vans, yes, okay, 163 million. Then large sedans, SUV and trucks, plus 149, and then maybe even buses you can add. Then you're around that 300 million point. Ah yes, one last thing here. Show me another company that says this. So this paper finds a sustainable energy economy is technically feasible and requires less investment and less material extraction than continuing today's unsustainable energy economy. While many prior studies have come to a similar conclusion, this study seeks to push the thinking forward related to material intensity, manufacturing capacity, and manufacturing investment required for a transition across all energy sectors worldwide. So they basically give us the couple of numbers here, and then this thing here, the zero. Zero. Unsurmountable resource challenges. Zero. And of course, before we end this video, a quick look at the graph. So unfortunately, this week was not such a good one. Last week, we tried to challenge that 200-day moving average. Did not work out. Unfortunately, this week, we're just under, I believe, the 50-day moving average, or just sitting on it. So wasn't such a great week for Tesla, but this means that now the RSI is back pretty neutral here at around 47. MACD still bullish but under the zero. At the end slash mid April, we'll have earnings report. So of course that will definitely tell us where the stock will be going. Next week, CPI report, minutes as well. So stay tuned for that. So that will be it for this video. See, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want, do check out the merch, link will be down as well. And if you want to attend the Tesla shareholder meeting, link will be down as well. And maybe you can have a chance to attend that. Again, happy Easter, happy Passover. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.